want to ask you about the implications of yesterday's midterm elections for the situation that Josh and Shane are in. You've met with a number of U.S. lawmakers since you returned home. Will GOP's victory in the House and in the Senate have an impact, and will it result on the additional pressure on Iran to release Shane and Josh?
Well, I've said time and time again that I'm not a politician, I'm not a diplomat. I really can't even begin to wrap my head around what impact the midterm elections may or may not have. This shouldn't be, the issue of Shane and Josh's freedom and their prolonged detention shouldn't have anything to do with the political, machinations between Iran and the U.S. They're two innocent people that have done nothing wrong. They were hiking behind a tourist site. I was there with them. My release on compassionate grounds sets a precedent for Shane and Josh, and I can just only pray that the Iranian leaders and authorities and judicial system will show them compassion and set them free.
In the past year, a number of U.S. lawmakers have criticized the Iranian government about their treatment of you and the other two hikers. Could you tell us what's the latest on the postponement of your trial along with Josh and Shane?
Well, I haven't received any official notice, neither have our families, that the trial has been postponed. So I really am still under the assumption that the trial is going to happen this Saturday. When it comes to the trial, I kind of defer to the Iranian judicial system. If they feel a trial needs to take place, then perhaps it does. Personally, I am still hoping and praying for a humanitarian release without a trial. And I think that if the trial is postponed, I hope that this is a chance to end this nightmare for all of us.
Mr. Shourd, the judiciary spokesman has said that you will have to show up for your trial. So it seems that you have not received a court summons. But if you will you make an appearance if you receive a summons? Previously you said you would go if need be.
Well, I've been thinking very long and hard about this, and I wish that I could consult my fiancé. I haven't been allowed to talk to him since I was released from prison 40 days ago. Right now, it would be impossible for me to go back to court because my mother's in the hospital. My mother's had serious complications from her surgery a few weeks ago, and she's been in the hospital for 1 week now, and I've been staying with her every day. And so I can't possibly leave her side at this time. But I'm still thinking very hard about whether or not I should return for a trial.
Do you think that the postponement of, do you think that your trip to Iran, will it benefit Josh and Shane?
I really don't know. Like I said, I'm still thinking about this. Shane and Josh are innocent of any crime. It was an unmarked border that we were arrested near, and we still don't know where that border is. The soldiers that arrested us, they were confused among themselves about where the border was. We've said again and again, if we cross the border, we're very, very sorry, but we mean no harm to the Iranian people and bear no ill will to the Iranian government or judicial system. I had wonderful experiences. I mean, prison was the hardest and most horrible year of my life. Nothing can compare to the suffering. But it was the Iranian guards in my solitude. I was alone 23 hours a day, and Iranian guards were kind to me. They helped me through, and those are my only friends in Iran, the prison guards. And to this day, I'm grateful to them for helping me through the most difficult experience of my life. And I can only hope that those same guards are still helping my fiancé and my friend in their isolation, in their pain and suffering, to get through every day of prison. They've been in prison now 460 days today, which they shouldn't have been in prison for 1 day, and now it's been 460 days. They've done nothing wrong. We were hiking in a tourist spot. We were hiking behind Ahmadawa, which is a very popular waterfall. And I just want to say that today there's a video. If you look in the Huffington Post, there's a video being released about our story. And if there are still any questions in the world, any questions among Iranian people about what we were doing there and where we were when we were arrested, I really encourage you to look at this video at the Huffington Post, and also to visit our website, freethehikers.org. The video will be there soon, and it really explains all the details of our story. I always wanted to be a bridge. I love the Middle East. I was teaching in Damascus for 1 year. I want to be a bridge. We have enough walls between the United States and the Middle Eastern region. We need less walls and more bridges. And Shane and Josh and I are all bridge builders that desire to connect with people on a human level and don't in any way want to be involved in the negative relationship between our country and Iran, or our country and the region.
Mrs. Shourd, we have a little time left. I'm going to ask you the last question. Why did you react to the WikiLeaks documents that and the New York Times interview? You said you were picked up by an Iranian guard, and in the meantime, you had a meeting with President Obama. Could you tell us what you discussed, and could you tell us also how he's going to deal with the continuing arrest of Shane and Josh?
Well, the New York Times article, my intention was to clear up a lot of the false inaccuracies around our arrest. I do not believe that our arrest was orchestrated or pre-planned. I believe that we were given false information around a good place to go hiking in the mountains, and when the soldiers saw us, they were very much surprised. They were not violent with us. I think it was a very routine arrest, or we were being detained for questioning. The only thing that I, to this day, cannot believe, I wake up every morning in disbelief that 450 days later, my fiance and my friend are still in prison. We were tourists. We were hiking in this area. Nothing like this has ever happened in northern Iraq, in the Kurdish region, to any Western tourist or American. It's a safe place for tourists to visit. And the fact that we ended up near the border is just a very unlucky, unfortunate, and devastating experience for us and our families. That said, I don't want lies or inaccuracies spread around, that are geared towards making our arrest a reason to raise tensions between the U.S. and Iran. To this day, I don't know where the border is. It was an unmarked border, and I don't know. The first soldier told us that we crossed after he called us, but there was a lot of confusion between the soldiers, and I just want to say that I have no problem with the way that the soldiers behaved at our arrest. My only issue is with our prolonged detention without a trial, and our trumped up charges, which there's absolutely no basis for these charges.
Mrs. Shourd, thank you very much for your time, and we wish you the best for Shane and Josh, and we hope to have them back in the United States soon.
Thank you very much.